Govika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Priya Padayati Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur Tushe Namo Namah Hare Krishna. Let us start. Chapter 4. Oh, 14. Now from tomorrow on, 14, 15, 16, 17. Very short chapters. We can finish within half an hour. Then after that, we can have discussion. And I can show. So today is about three modes. Chapter is on Maya. Pleasant way of saying three modes. Truth is, chapter Maya ke teen roop. The blessed Lord said, again I shall declare to the supreme wisdom, knowing which all sages are attained to perfection. Those of you who can read along every day after the class is over, if you can read the Bhagavad Gita, that will be very, very nice. Then whatever you are studying, you'll be able to absorb. I'm able to just give you the gist in the short time, so things become very clear if you can. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Param Bhuya Pravakshami Jnanam Jnananam Jnanam Uttamam Yad Gyata Munaya Sarve Param Siddhim Ito Gataha. I should declare to you the supreme wisdom, the bliss of all knowledge, knowing which all the sages attain to the supreme perfection. Now, I don't know if I have muted everybody, what condition it is in. Oh. Can anybody tell me who are the sages? There are 9 people coming here, you count. Who are the sages? What's the name? Anybody? Mic is on now for everybody. Hare Krishna.
Sanaka Sanandad.
Huh? Who are the 9 sages?
Vasishtha,
No, 9.
9.
Not Sapta, it is 9. Nava. These are called Nava Yogendras. These are the sons of Rishabha. Rishabhadeva was the king in a history. I showed you one son of his Bharat Maharaj. You know, the deer incident. That was his one son. He had 100 sons. And 9 of his sons became Paramhamsas. 10 of his sons became Brahmanas. To show that, by birth, nobody is a Kshatriya or a Brahmana. So these Nava Yogendras are liberated sages, like, 4 Kumaras, sons of Brahma, very, very advanced sages. And he invited them to come to his assembly, Maharaj Nimi. And Maharaj Nimi asked them beautiful questions, which they answered. Okay, so I mentioned nothing about the sages. I'll talk about something interesting prediction. They gave a very interesting prediction for Kaluga. I'll talk about later at the end. Maybe today I can do that. They predicted the appearance of Lord Chaitanya in Kaluga, in the Bhagavatam. I'll talk about that at the end of the class. Today time is there. Again, I should declare supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all sages attain to supreme perfection. That's called Shruti Phala. When you hear Bhagavad Gita, there is so much benefit. When you hear a newspaper, there is no benefit. Therefore, it's not that we should not know. Something we should know of everything, and everything we should know of something. So something we should know definitely what's happening, but not that whole day. That's I told you, anything you can do something about, try to know. Something you cannot do anything about, what's the waste our time in knowing. So this is Maharaj Nimi trying to understand the what is going to be the incarnation in different ages. When it comes to Kali Yuga, they gave the prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Bhagavatam. By becoming fixed in this knowledge, that's text number 2. Idam jnanam upashatya mama sadharma agataha sarge api nopajayante pralayene vyatanti cha. By becoming fixed to the knowledge, one can attain to the transcendental nature, which is like my own nature. Thus established, one is not born at the time of creation nor disturbed at the time of dissolution. So, if this is Shruti Phala, if you understand this chapter, what is going to happen? You will attain to the abode of the Lord. Vaikuntha you will go, or Goloka. Thus established, one is not born at the time of creation nor disturbed at the time of dissolution. If you, so you're not born again or dissolved. You just go back to home, back to God. So that is the Shruti Phala. After giving the Shruti Phala, then there is 14.3. Mama yonena mahad brahma tasmin garbham dadami aham sambhavaha sarva bhutanam tato bhavati bharata. The total metal substance called Brahman is a source of birth, and in that Brahman I impregnate, making possible the birth of the living being, O son of Bharata. 14.3. Then now 14.4 here. सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेया मूर्तया संभवन्ति यः तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनि अहं बीज प्रदापिता. It should be understood that all species like O son of Kunti are made possible by birth in the metal nature, that I am the seed-giving father. If you have time and science and spirituality, I can really take on the scientist who say the life came by accident. First, they say the universe came by accident. We don't agree to that. The universe was designed by the Lord. It's not an accident. Then second, they say that the life came by an accident, Miller's theory. I do not agree to that, and I can prove you logically it's wrong. Then he says life evolved by accident. Again, it's illogical to say that. We have no evidence for either of the three. Some speculation. In fact, we don't just say, I superficially accept Bhagavad Gita. Every word Gita says is true. And if it was true that all the three happened by accident, then what I have to do with God? Many people ask me this question. Even if God is there, what I have to do with him? Is this how you have to do with him? Okay? All species like Usana Kunti are made possible by birth and metal nature, and I am the seed-giving father. Krishna says, it's me who is behind this various design. It did not come by an accident. But unfortunately, this is taught in schools and colleges. We don't agree, because if there is a fault, I agree to what Krishna says in Gita, and I try to understand, appreciate that. So these are the millions of species, 84 lakh, 8.4 million species. Tremendous act of love from the Lord's side. Labor of love. Similarly, devotees also give labor of love. True, Krishna is so great. For him, there is not much effort in this. He gives a plan of this to actually Brahma. Brahma goes about. Sarga is from the Lord, Vishnu, Sarga, the first creation. Visarga is from Brahma, the secondary creation. Sometimes people do not know Brahma is all created. Brahma is himself created, born on the lotus flower by the Lord. All the universes are created, and all the Brahmas are created in every universe. Then he does a secondary creation after being instructed by the Lord. And Brahma is born, it's total darkness for him. He doesn't know what to do. Then he gets a sound, ta, pa. He does some tapasya, trying to understand the truth. And then Narayana first reveals himself to him and instructs him how the creation is to be done. I made possible birth in the metal nature. I am the seed-giving father. 14.4. 14.5. Saptam rajas tama iti guna prakriti sambhavaha nibadnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avayam. Metal nature considers the three modes. The माया के तीन भाग हैं, सत्व रजस तमस. सत्व थोड़ा माया, रजस थोड़ा और माया, तमोगुण full pressure. Person is crushed. When a living entity comes in contact in nature, he becomes conditioned by the three modes. We discussed in the third chapter. Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudabhavah. Mahashano mahapapma vidhi evam ye varinam. Know it to be your enemy, Arjuna. This kama. That's one of the kama krodha different aspects of Maya. The more these things are touching us, kama krodha, the more you should know I'm in trouble. Now, this video, for obvious reason of copyrighted music behind, I cannot show you now. At the end of class, I'll show you. So, admin, just remember, I don't forget. It's a very nice video made by devotees, and also the whole video can be located. I will also put it on my Teachable, but you can locate this video by, how do you locate this video? By ISKCON 3 modes. You'll find this video with the similar dress. They show how 3 modes are like 3 people trying to influence the jiva, and he behaves differently, influenced with different. I also have my students making video on this 3 modes. The scenario of a student in a college disturbed by Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, or Tamaguna. Very nicely made. So 2 videos plus talk on Lord Chaitanya at the end. But I have to cut out. Tatra Sattam Nirmalatvat Prakashakam Anamayam Sukha Sangena Bhadnati Jnana Sangena Chanaga. Oh, sinless one. Anaga. Anaga means sin. Chanaga. Oh, sinless one. The mode of goodness being purer than others is illuminating. Frees them from all sinful reaction. Those who are in that mode develop knowledge, but they become conditioned by the cause of happiness. See what word Krishna used? Sinless one. No fault. Pandavas are faultless. Mode of goodness being purer than others is illuminating. Mode of goodness is illuminating. And what happens? It frees one from all sinful reactions. No reaction on the, if you act on the mode of goodness, because you are acting on knowledge. Those who in the mode develop knowledge. I told you that. Rajoguna, you are disturbed. Tamoguna, you go mad. Sattva-guna, you become peaceful. And then you cultivate knowledge. The most highest person just want knowledge. Rajasic, Tamasic people want money and power. And Tamasic person just then is crushed, just sleeps. So these are the different modes. Tamasic person works because there is a hunger in the stomach. Otherwise, he has no capacity to work. So this is Sattvic. This is how this animation I developed little. How does he behave, a Sattvic person? An unwanted desire comes, definitely. Think desire you cannot stop, in the sense like a bubble comes in ocean from somewhere. Yeah, what do you all know as prarabdha karma? Some previous life, some way one karma out there, just manifest. So he thoughts about it and immediately cuts it off. Because this is again the 4 principles we discussed: no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no meat. He cuts it off. He doesn't go ahead with it. Good desire comes, he cultivates, and does it. So this is how he lives his life. Always he's peaceful. He is doing hard work. He is doing hard work at a mental level, which is not visible to you. Therefore, always he's smiling. Like a computer without virus is Sattva-guna. Rajoguna, little virus. Tamoguna, computer doesn't switch on only. This is now Rajoguna. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tannibadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longing of Sanakunti, and because this one is bound to material fruitive activities. So it's really different modes, how different. It's Maya ka dance of Maya. And Rajoguna now intense desire for enjoyment entered the heart, but still it doesn't do sinful activities to fulfill that. Sattva-guna, body is pure, mind is pure. Rajoguna, body is pure. He never does sinful activity. Mind is not pure now. Mind is harassed by desire for money, power. That's Rajoguna. Okay. Unlimited desires and longings. Now let us go to Rajoguna. So to some extent, both the desires have entered the heart. Harassment has started. Now tamastu ajnanajam vedi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabhi tannibatnati bharata. O son of Bharata, the mode of ignorance causes the delusion of all living entities. The result of this mode is madness, indolence, and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul. So this is mode of ignorance. So mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Mode of ignorance is not useful, not good. In fact, mode of ignorance is very funny. There's so much desire for enjoyment, person is just crushed, loses all sanity, becomes mad. Just adjusting the camera. So delusion, there is a more a madness, indolence, sleep. It's a kind of force that crushes you. And many of us have studied in college time. We have seen at home. I was very sattvic. Parents were very strict on rules regulation. Went to college. Krishna's grace did not do something very bad, but hurt so many things. Mind became totally blown up. Ragging and then friend association. So mind became lost the what do you say, the peace of mind. That generally happens to everybody. But Krishna saved me before I would have jumped into sinful activity. Just saved me. We had the devotees coming to the college. In fact, so disturbed the mind was, I used to pray to the Lord, if you are there, God, please help me. If you are, because I didn't have, because what is it, disturbed by this scientific, so-called scientific knowledge, even faith in God was shaking. God, if you are there, please come. And then I had this devotees coming to college, and I just went to one gathering and started off my spiritual life. Okay, so this is tamoguna, total crushed, can't do anything. You know you have time, you have 3 hours time, you can't concentrate and do your work. The tamoguna just makes you, only thing tamoguna allows you is just sleep, that's all. Or do some sinful activity. Addictions. This is it. A bad desire comes, and instead of any discrimination, what a person does, just do the sinful activity. He's not able to filter at all. They're both desires, good desires and bad desires. And what does Suttabaj does? Should I smoke? Smoke. Yeah, I think I should do that. Cannot able to stop himself. Good desire thinks about it, never does it. This is tamasic person. Sattam sukhe sanjayate rajah karmani bharata rajah karmani bharata jnanam avritya tu tamaha pramade sanjayati uta. The mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions him to fruits of action. And ignorance of madness. Just look at how beautiful it is. Just because of your filtering is strict, then you're always happy. No pain, no gain. A little compromise, chalega thoda thoda. Now, I'm not becoming a drunkard, but a little, I'll just smoke a little. That rajoguna, then you start getting disturbed. A tamoguna, because always sliding slope, any addiction you start, 60% youngsters today, and my calculation are addicted to liquor. So unfortunate. Ignorance to madness. Sometimes the mode of passion become prominent, defeating the mode of goodness, the son of Bharata. Sometimes the mode of goodness defeats passion. At the time, mode of ignorance defeats goodness and passion. There is always a competition between them. It looks like that. It's like this. And sometimes sattvic. Just like morning, you get up, take bath, very sattvic. After some time, afternoon, rasik, you all think how to make money, how to make money. And ignorance by the night. The manifestation mode of goodness can experience with all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge. When they increase, there is the mode of passion to the great attachment, uncontrolled desire, hankering, interest, endeavor, develop. This is passion. Goodness and all the gates of the body illuminated by knowledge. Feel fresh. Passion, feel I want money, I want more money. And I want a strong desire for enjoyment. Great attachment, uncontrollable desire, hankering, intense endeavor, develop. Passion. One of the desire which becomes very strong is sex desire. Person wants to enjoy, but it doesn't have dharmika. He gets duly married, but he cannot live without a woman now. Mode of passion. Mode of ignorance, usada kuru, when there is increase in the mode of ignorance, madness, illusion, inertia, and darkness are manifested. Total hate the sin, not the sinner. Very unfortunate, he didn't take, and you can, just like suppose somebody gets corona, they say, no, don't hate him. Poor fellow was maybe a little careless. Correct? So same way, imagine getting these diseases like that, tamoguna. Little carelessness, you get crushed. See, he's young, capable. You can see his arms are very strong. Can't sitting in a urinal, after taking drugs, just sitting there, can't move. When one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure high planet. This is a very, very funny incident of Narada. Once Narada sees 10,000 sons of Daksha is the Prajapati, he creates on that order. He's populating the universe, is a son of Brahma, and we empowered for that. 10,000 sons, look at them, they look so saintly. And he says, go, my child, do some tapasya and come back for, then you become grihastha, then help me procreate, populate this universe. So at that time, the sons doing tapasya, Narada passes by. Oh my God, so saintly, young, beautiful boys. And he comes and gives them one shloka, that's all, and he goes away. They all discuss among themselves that shloka. They don't go back home, all take sannyas. That is in Bhagavatam. That's the beauty of Bhagavatam. Everything is there within Bhagavatam, actually. I wish you all read Bhagavatam. After this course, I give a taste of Gita. Bhagavatam is unimaginable. Bhagavatam is solved examples. Gita is just the formulas. In that way, you can look at it. So many nice stories are there in Bhagavatam with a lot of philosophy. One shloka, imagine how much philosophy that shloka would have to just that for them to leave everything and never go back home. And then again he comes next time. Now Daksha produces 1,000 sons. And again says, go do tapasya. Same place they come. Again Narada comes. I says, for always good for younger brothers to follow the elder brothers. And they know about what the elder brothers did. They also walk away. Daksha. Then after that, Narada goes to Daksha to instruct him also to accept higher principles of spiritual life. And Daksha is so angry at him, he curses Narada. What the curse he gives, say, you cannot stay in a place more than 3 days. Narada says, thank you. Good, I'll keep preaching. So when it dies in the mode of passion, it take birth among those engaged in fruitive activities. When it dies in the mode of ignorance, it take birth in the animal kingdom. So as Sataguna, you go to the Devaloka, but you don't go to Vaikuntha as Sataguna, only Devaloka. Vaikuntha you go Shuddha Sattva, when there's intense desire to serve the Lord, then only you go to Vaikuntha. Therefore we say chanting Hare Krishna is beyond Sataguna. But dies in the mode of passion, it take birth of those engaged in fruitive activities, and those ignorance, it take birth in the animal kingdom. So kind of desires you cultivate, you get a body accordingly. They're all some funny desires you develop. Nowadays, very popular nudie beaches, nudie clubs. Yeah, become a tree next life. That's good for you. Nobody will protest when you're sitting naked. Sleep all the time. Okay, better become a bear next life. Sleep, nicely sleep. See, I tell you, I was developing this. The shirt is made exactly according to the body you have. Not more, not less. Exact stitching done by the Mother Nature. Nobody protests the body he gets. Everybody is happy with the body. 84 like models are there to serve you. He'll give you that body which just exactly suits your mentality. There is RBG. If you take 3 colors, you can make 84 lakh varieties of shades. And you get a body exactly fitting that shade. I'm totally happy. But this is basic example. You want to eat meat. Tiger's body is very good. You don't have to purchase from the market and cut and put masala, and it actually has no taste for you directly eating meat. For tiger, there's a lot of taste. And then you want to eat anything and everything. Pig's body is very good. Eat anything you like. Eat halwa you give, he'll eat. You give him stool, he'll eat. Karamana, this was 15, yes, 16. Karamana sukritasyahu satikam nirmalam phalam rajasastu phalam dukkham ajnanam tamasa phalam. By acting in the mode of goodness, one becomes purified, just like making a temple. If Krishna so permits, we also want to make in Mangalore a small temple for our deity Radha Govinda. Worked into the mode of passion result in distress. This is what happens. Passion. And actual perfect mode of ignorance result in foolishness, the last one. Just design architect so nicely the stairs, nowhere to come up. That's just giving an idea. Tamaguda means mad or what? Sometimes say no, mad or what? That is tamaguda. Meaningless activity. Somebody is drinking, meaningless, harming his own. Sattvaguda activity now is painful, tomorrow is pleasure, sometimes. Rajaguda activity is now pleasure, but tomorrow pain. You're hankering, want something. Now, tamoguna is madness. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From mode of passion, grief develops. From mode of ignorance, foolishness, madness, and illusion develop. This picture is better. Look at this. Person become very more knowledgeable. And so, how do we cultivate Sattva Guna? Chant Hare Krishna. And chanting Hare Krishna not only purify your mind, take you to Sattva-guna, it'll take you beyond and make you drink the happiness of Krishna consciousness. Just like a wood dry is Sattva-guna, wet is Tamo-guna. And you are putting wood on fire, the fire of chanting Harinama will first dry the wood and then give you the pleasure, burn the wood, pleasure of service to Krishna, intense pleasure in the lotus feet of the Lord. Urdhvam gachanti sattvasta madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganya gunavrittista adho gachanti tam. This chapter actually is so simple. I teach it one of the early chapters in early concepts in Bhagavad Gita. Very easy to understand this. Urdhvam gachanti sattvasta. So if you develop sattva-guna, you go up. You develop rajoguna, you remain on the earthly planet. You tamoguna, you go down. You go down to the hellish worlds. So you can calculate what you're cultivating. You all know about the upper planets, middle planet, lower planets. When you see there is nothing beyond these modes of nature in all activity, the Supreme God is transcended these modes, then you can know my real nature. God is not infected by any nature. I told you the king comes to the jail, there's no control of the jail. The material nature, the Maya is like cloud. Cloud comes from the energy of the sun, but cloud never affects the sun. Cloud affects us. We go into darkness because of the cloud, not the sun who created the cloud. So Maya is energy. Mama Maya Duratya Krishna is my energy. This energy can cover us. How can it cover the Lord? What kind of argument is that? God or his great devotees activities are beyond three modes. When the embodied being is able to transcend these modes, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and their distress and can enjoy nectar even in the life. So if you can, this I think I sent you the picture as a promotion for this class. You can enjoy nectar even in this life. You can come out of three modes. You can see the Lord and you can enjoy nectar. When the embodied being able to transcend these three modes, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and the distress and can enjoy nectar. So you come out of the distress of birth and death and enjoy nectar. Now this is ISKCON video, so it's no problem with copyright. This is a devotee doing kirtan. Just look at this. Hare Krishna. This is a short video. This is amazing video. This is the end of the lecture by the Acharya on 4.13 Bhagavad Gita shloka. Uh, Amazing. I see this video sometimes, I get electrified. So much happiness. It's a natural happiness just for chanting the Nama of the Lord. It's not their country, it's not their culture. See, they're drinking the pleasure. And so much pleasure, they have give change their dresses. You're not finding them. And everybody you see in this lecture, all people from all religions, but they're enjoying the Nama. Nama is so powerful. Acharya's greatness was he shared the pleasure of chanting Nama with everybody. And that was his main tool to attract people to come to. You sit in the park and chant for hours, 3 to 4 hours alone. People used to just get amazed at the sweetness of the holy name. Arjuna said, "Oh my real Lord, by what symptoms?" Now Arjuna has questions now. As usual, he has the best of question. I also want to transcend. You said if you can transcend the three modes, then there is no birth and death. By what symptoms I can identify a person transcend three mode? What is his behavior? How does it transcend? Most important, how do you transcend at all? The blessed Lord said, "He who does not hate illumination, attachment, delusion when they're present, not long for them when disappear, who is seated like one unconcerned, being situated beyond these modes of material nature, who remains firm, knowing that modes are all active, who regards alike pleasure, pain, looks on a clod, a stone, a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is wise and hold praise and blame to be the same, who is unchanged in honor and dishonor, treats friends and foe alike, with abundant all fruitive undertaking, such a man is said to transcend the modes of nature." Basically, at a mental and physical level, any disturbance doesn't affect him because he has gone to the spiritual level. Honor, dishonor, comfort, discomfort, these are all material level. He ignores that. He is happy in spiritual platform. Mamacha avyavicharena, last shloka. Bhakti yogena sevate. No, one more is there after that. Sagunana samiti tetana brahma bhuyai kalpate. One mamacha avyavicharena, without any other distraction. This is Dhruv Maharaj. Somebody is totally absorbed in service to Krishna. Sagunana, so he transcends the three modes of material nature and achieves the spiritual platform. So if you want to achieve spiritual platform, the solution given in Bhagavad Gita in this chapter is continuously be engaged in Krishna's lotus feet service. You'll definitely achieve, by the grace of Krishna, you achieve this platform of Brahman. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. You'll attain Brahma Bhuya Kalpate, attain the devotion service to the Lord. Brahmano hi pratishthaham amritasya cha shashvatasya dharmasya sukasya ekantikasya cha amritasya avayasya cha. And I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is the constitution for the ultimate happiness, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal. Many people think that the ultimate is Brahman. Krishna denied that in the 12th chapter, not the highest meditation on him. But still, some people have the doubt. Maybe Brahman is the highest. Soham tattamasi. Krishna says, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. I established Brahman. Not that Brahman is behind me, is after me. That is my rays, my effulgence of the Krishna's body is called Brahman. Okay, chapter is done. Now I want to show you two videos before we start the discussion. Now, the one video was the three modes. I think I have that on movies already.
Guruji live.
Oh, we're so thankful to you.